Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a major shift happening in the crypto market, a trend that could signal a new chapter for some of the biggest digital assets. It looks like the big players, the institutional investors, are changing their game plan. While Bitcoin has been the undisputed king for years, recent data suggests a fascinating pivot towards some powerful altcoins. Specifically, we're seeing a massive surge of interest in Solana and XRP. Let's break down the numbers because they tell a story that's hard to ignore. According to the latest reports on digital asset investment products, we've just witnessed a monumental week. Solana-focused funds have recorded an astonishing $421 million in inflows. To put that into perspective, this is the second largest weekly inflow for Solana on record. This isn't just a small blip, it's a tidal wave of institutional capital flooding into the Solana ecosystem. It signals a tremendous amount of confidence from a group of investors who don't make multi-million-dollar decisions lightly. They see something big happening with Solana and they want in. And it's not just Solana that's catching the eye of institutional money. Ripple's XRP is also having a moment in the spotlight. XRP-focused funds saw inflows of $3.2 million. While that number might seem small compared to Solana's, it's significant when you look at the broader picture. For a while, XRP was navigating some choppy waters, but these inflows indicate a renewed and growing belief in its utility and future, especially in the realm of cross-border payments. It shows that smart money is diversifying, looking for assets with strong fundamentals and real-world use cases. Now here's where the story gets really interesting. While Solana and XRP are basking in this flood of new investment, the picture for Bitcoin is completely different. In the very same week, Bitcoin investment products, including the much-hyped spot ETFs, experienced a massive outflow of nearly $904 million. Think about that. While money was pouring into these top altcoins, it was simultaneously pouring out of Bitcoin. In fact, Bitcoin was the only major crypto asset to record a net outflow during this period. This isn't a simple case of profit-taking. This represents a strategic reallocation of capital. So what's driving this dramatic change? Why are institutional investors seemingly dumping Bitcoin to buy up Solana and XRP? Let's explore a few key reasons. First, let's talk about Solana's appeal. Solana is known for its incredible speed and low transaction costs. It's often called an Ethereum killer for its ability to handle a massive volume of transactions per second, something that's crucial for applications like decentralized finance, DeFi, NFTs, and blockchain gaming to scale. Institutional investors are likely looking at Solana's robust and rapidly growing ecosystem. We're seeing a boom in new projects, from decentralized exchanges to NFT marketplaces, all building on Solana. This high level of developer activity and user adoption is a huge green flag. The recent performance of Sol-based meme coins has also brought a lot of retail attention, which institutions see as a sign of a vibrant, engaged community. They are betting on Solana's technology to be a foundational layer for the next generation of Web3 applications. Then we have XRP. The story here is more about utility and legal clarity. For a long time, the legal case in the US cast a shadow over XRP. However, with recent legal rulings providing more clarity, much of that uncertainty has lifted. Institutions now see a clearer path forward for XRP's adoption. Ripple's primary use case, facilitating fast and cheap international payments, is a multi-trillion-dollar market. Banks and financial institutions are constantly looking for ways to improve the old, slow, and expensive systems like SWIFT. XRP and the Ripple network offer a compelling solution. The recent inflows suggest that investors are positioning themselves for a future where XRP plays a significant role in global finance. They're not just buying a token, they're investing in a piece of next-generation financial infrastructure. So, why the outflow from Bitcoin? It's not that Bitcoin is dead. Far from it. Bitcoin is and will likely remain the digital gold, the ultimate store of value in the crypto space. However, institutional strategies are evolving. After the initial frenzy surrounding the spot Bitcoin ETFs, some investors are now looking to diversify and capture higher potential growth, or what we call alpha. Bitcoin's price movements are becoming more correlated with traditional markets. And while it's a great store of value, its growth potential might not be as explosive as some of the newer, more technologically advanced blockchains. Think of it like a stock portfolio. You might have your blue-chip stocks like Apple or Microsoft for stability, but you also allocate a portion of your capital to high-growth tech startups that have the potential for 10x or even 100x returns. In this analogy, Bitcoin is the blue-chip stock, and assets like Solana and XRP represent those high-growth opportunities. Institutions are now sophisticated enough to not just bet on the market leader, but to pick and choose specific technologies and use cases they believe will outperform. This shift also reflects a maturing market. We are moving beyond the phase where crypto just meant Bitcoin. Investors are now doing their homework. They are analyzing transaction speeds, ecosystem growth, developer activity, and real-world utility. The fact that they are pouring money into Solana for its tech and into XRP for its payment solutions shows a deep level of research and conviction. It's a vote of confidence in the specific value propositions of these individual projects. What does this mean for the average investor like you and me? First, it's a powerful signal to pay attention to what the big money is doing. While you should never blindly follow institutional investors, their movements can highlight underlying trends. This trend suggests that the market is placing a high value on scalability, low costs, and real-world application. It's a reminder that the crypto space is a hotbed of innovation, and the winners of tomorrow might not be the same as the winners of today. This doesn't mean you should sell all your Bitcoin. Bitcoin's role as a decentralized store of value is unique and incredibly important. However, it might be wise to consider diversifying your own portfolio and learning more about projects like Solana and XRP. Look at the ecosystems they are building. Explore the dApps on Solana. Understand how Ripple's technology is aiming to disrupt international finance. The more you understand the fundamentals, the better prepared you'll be to navigate this ever-changing market. In conclusion, the crypto landscape is experiencing a fascinating rotation. The institutional herd is moving, and right now, they're grazing in the green pastures of Solana and XRP. This is driven by a search for higher growth, a belief in superior technology, and a bet on real-world utility. The outflows from Bitcoin don't spell doom for the king, but rather signal the rise of powerful contenders for the throne. It's a sign of a healthy, maturing market where multiple projects can thrive based on their unique strengths. This is a story we'll be watching closely in the weeks and months to come. What are your thoughts on this trend? Do you think this is a temporary shift or the start of a long-term flippening of sorts? Let me know down in the comments. I'm really curious to hear your take. Thanks so much for tuning in today. If you got any value from this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. And if you want to stay ahead of the curve on all things crypto, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive. Until next time, invest wisely and stay informed.